Hey guys, it's Polar Tundra 10, and today I'm here with Skyloft Guy and Lowell the Deity, and we are going to be talking about Comic Con news, Marvel, DC, Dragon Ball Super, and anything else that came from Comic Con this week. So, yeah, we're going to get started with both the Aquaman and Shazam trailers. What was your thoughts, Skyloft Guy?
Oh boy. I'm actually genuinely surprised of both. Now, like think about it. This is DC this is the DCEU we're talking about, the cinematic universe that brought us BVS and Justice League. You would think that it'd be like very shitty, but I don't know, the trailer genuinely surprised me for Aquaman and Shazam too. Shazam was surprisingly really good, to be honest. Well, not well, I mean, it's not the best trailer in the world, but I guess you guys can get what I mean.
Mhm.
My only gripe, my only thing that I actually kind of hope that they don't do in the movie, I hope they don't make it a running gag that Billy Batson is just he's a kid in a grown man's body, like lol XD. I'm a kid, I can do whatever I want. I kind of hope that's not the running gag in this movie.
Mhm.
'Cause, especially they just had to throw in the Fortnite dance, or the Backpack Kid dance, whatever that dance is called. They just had to include that there.
Man,
I
they
don't
have
know
to
why, but they have to throw Fortnite in everything, I guess.
gotta get that money.
Yeah, gotta get that money. Which, to be honest, I understand he's a kid, but I don't know, it's just kind of cringy to me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Overall, I kind of I honestly had this debate with myself. Is Shazam part of the DCEU? I have to say he's not, because if you think about it, his costume is colorful. And as we all know, the DCEU is not a fan of colorful colors. Oh, no, 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 no. It has to be all dark and edgy.
Any
So,
thoughts, Lowell?
Uh, well, just for as far as Shazam goes, I kind of liked it. Like it was, I think they did a good job overall with it. I think, I forgot. Like, I thought the costume looked really awkward when I first saw it, but I think it actually fits him really well now. And like, they actually have the lightning bolt glowing, which I thought was a really cool touch. So that
Yeah.
everything just looks great. Kind of looks like what Superman should be, like actually smiling and hopeful and like an actual superhero instead of like an ultra edge lord. You know,
Yeah.
and all he
it's
cares
really
about
good.
is Lois.
Yeah, so
All
it's
right.
like
As like
it's almost like what if a kid, like I think they really are going to recapture what makes Shazam cool. So it's like, what if any of us got the powers of like seven gods as a kid? Like that, like I would be acting just like him. I would like every girl I saw, I would be like, oh yeah, because yeah, I'm a superhero. So,
yeah.
so actually, it's like a good. I mean, it seems like a good. I can't guarantee anything with DC, but it looks like a good movie.
Yeah. From what I've seen so far, Shazam was like pretty good. I didn't think that it was gonna be like a bad movie. I didn't have enough to think about it. But oh boy, was I wrong about Aquaman. Aquaman looks pretty solid compared to what I thought it was gonna be. Because I had no faith that Aquaman would like have like a chance of like making like any money whatsoever. But it's probably gonna be a good movie. So I would
Yeah,
actually go see it.
Well, as I was talking about with before this entire thing started, it's like there's a common trend with DC, right? With these DC movies, it has an
Mm,
all right, or in this case with Aquaman, a very bad poster. Because, to be honest, in my opinion, this Aquaman poster is bad.
yeah.
Because, I mean, if you look at it, it's just an advertisement for SeaWorld. I mean, who here has had that same thought when they first saw the poster?
Shoot.
It's just an advertisement for SeaWorld. And they also used a PNG, or like a stock image of like a shark. I mean, I understand they can't get a real ass shark, or they probably couldn't even animate a shark for God knows why, but it's whatever. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, it's the end of the world because of it." Honestly, yeah, it does come off as lazy, but hey, I mean, what can you do? It's their poster, so let them do what they want, I guess.
Yeah. I see that somebody's
And
edited the Finding Nemo characters onto the poster.
yeah.
Just fits
that's
right
funny.
there.
But like, I have to say this: Black Manta actually looks like Black Manta.
Yeah, Mira looks cool too. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and the CGI is like, I'm not gonna say it's good because apparently DC doesn't know how to do CGI, but it's definitely the best DC CGI I've seen.
Yeah, they're getting better with it. So I like even like it's seeing it's an improvement. Like I just hope like from what we've seen from the trailer, they deliver it because like a trailer can be like different from a movie. So I'm just hoping
honestly,
Aquaman like is good.
because
Yeah.
like honestly, this entire cinematic universe is confusing me. So like, we had Man of Steel. Okay, good start to the DCEU. We have a good origin. We have an origin story for Superman. We have a story entirely around Superman. Then Man of Steel 2, which was Batman versus Superman. Okay, it would have been better to get a solo Batman movie first, building up Batman's hate for Superman a little more. But okay, I can live with that. The movie ended up sucking. And then like Suicide Squad, it's like I have no idea where this takes place in the timeline. Apparently after BVS, but okay. And then Wonder Woman, where it takes place in the fucking past. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is the timeline is pretty much everywhere at this point. They release a movie before, then they'll release a movie that's after, and then they'll release a movie that's like way before the last one. Like I understand that DC wants to copy off of Marvel, like with the Avengers success and all that jazz with like the Justice League, but like I have no like, I have no idea what the hell they're gonna do for Aquaman. Is it after Justice League or before Justice League? I have no fucking idea.
It seems like it's before Justice League, from what he was saying, but I wouldn't be able to say.
That kind of pisses me off, to be honest, because yeah, like it pisses me off because it's bad pacing in my opinion. Like it, if you're going to do like a franchise like Marvel did with this Marvel Cinematic Universe, make all the movies of the solo heroes before the big collab.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
If they're trying to do Marvel but backwards, I'm like, nah, I don't. It doesn't work as good.
I think they
I
tried
mean,
to just straight up, like I think they had way too much confidence in the notoriety of their characters. Because I think like Batman and Superman alone are titans, anyways. But I think they just had way too much confidence in them, so they just straight up. It's like, okay, they're doing Infinity War. Let's hurry up and churn out a Justice League movie. Like they tried to do a shortcut, which obviously
Yeah.
didn't work. So now they're like, okay, fine, we'll do it properly and actually flesh out these characters so people actually care about them. Because I didn't care. Like I don't care about Batman. Like when he was like, okay, I'm gonna do this noble sacrifice and draw these things away. I was like, okay, good. I hope the Batmobile explodes and I never see you again. And
Man.
yeah, like and that is something coming from you. Like I know you're a big Batman fan, Will, and like
yeah,
hearing that come out your mouth, saying that you would rather have Batman die or something like that, like I don't know, like I'm sorry, that's just funny.
Oh
yeah,
man.
Honestly, like the Ben Affleck Batman and Batman versus Superman, like at first when I first saw the film, it was a mixed bag for me. It was like one moment I hated it, one moment I actually kind of liked it. Now I absolutely hate it, and I'm always going to hate it because I'm not that little kid. Okay, well I'm still little, but whatever. um,
Yeah.
like Batman honestly in that movie, besides the warehouse scene, is a fucking idiot. I'm just saying it how it is. Batman in this universe is an idiot. I mean, seriously. Like, when did Batman ever use his quote unquote title as the world's greatest detective? He never really does in this franchise. He never really does in this universe. He just punches his way through everything. And I know a lot of people are gonna like say, oh, but the Dark Knight Returns was like that. Batman was a grumpy man. It's like I get that, but like like when you have the title as world's greatest detective and you just find something out by just stealing a flash drive. I don't really know how the hell Batman found out about Wonder Woman and the other Justice League members. It's like I forgot how he did. I think he stole a flash drive.
yeah. That was it.
Like that's not detective work. That's just stealing something and just saying, "Oh, hey, there's other people with superpowers. Oh, gee, that's amazing."
Yeah, it's kind of insulting to Batman now that I think about it. Just because like he can do so many things, but it's just like
they got it so wrong. Like they're using, and I was talking to Titus about this the other day. They're using, first of all, a completely different version, because like you said, he's based off of The Dark Knight Returns. So it's like he's really old and he doesn't get along with anyone. He doesn't play nice with anyone, and they actually like hinted at that in Justice League. He's like, it's good to see you playing nice with others, when really it's out of place for that version of Batman. Even like taking inspiration from that version of Batman, that still is super out of place for him. Like the only person he even talked to in Dark Knight's Return was like Green Arrow, and that he had to use him to take down Superman and stuff. Like he didn't talk to anyone. So they should have used. I think they should have used like a younger version that actually did make quips and stuff. That actually did like have a lot of time on his hands and stuff. Because that was like a big theme
like
in the Dark Knight.
Like maybe a beginning Batman. Like maybe he's beginning to like understand this new role and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like that's one thing. Like for instance, like I don't know. I guess this is a good comparison, but like Michael Keaton's Batman, he wasn't trained in like the ninja arts and all that jazz. Like he wasn't trained in all that stuff. Like he's just a normal guy in a bat suit. So like they probably could have done something like that, but I don't know how you could really play that out, because everyone's expecting Batman to be this guy who just went above and beyond to learn how to be the world's greatest detective, probably the world's deadliest like person alive, right next to Ra's al Ghul or another person, and like
they should kind of build up to that, in my opinion.
I don't like I think because there have been like versions of Batman that have been like really not underwhelming, but like they've made it work. Because like I think animated series Batman is not like all animated counterparts are just not as powerful. Like animated Superman is just not as powerful as like, I don't know, Rebirth Superman, which is like OG Superman. So it's like there's like Arkham Batman is like a fucking god, because he literally nothing can happen to him except maybe like old age or getting his identity revealed.
Or unless if you just suck at playing the games and you'll die all the time.
Yeah. Like if you just look at the cutscenes, like nothing, nothing touches him. Like mazes and stuff, he just gets through them. It's like, oh yeah, Alfred dropped this tool that I made specifically for this super specific thing, and he's just a god. But like some of them are just like Batman gets beat by Kite Man or like Firefly or some sea level Batman rogue guy. Hot Dog Man, I think. What was his name? Hot Dog Man? I think his name was Condiment King, yeah.
Oh wow. I think like the DC. Oh, continue.
Well, I like crap. Like I was actually thinking like, oh wait, there's this one scene in Arkham Asylum that really like does definitely like prove your point, Will. There's this one scene in Arkham Asylum where like you finally confront Joker for the final time. Actually, before I say this, anyone here played Arkham Asylum? Anyone here like watched Arkham Asylum?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, basically, everyone like you guys probably know what happens. It's the final time you confront Joker, and all these guards try to like punch Batman, and we all know Batman's gonna win, but he just starts throwing these guys with no problem across the room, and then the final guy, he runs behind him, and Batman doesn't even turn his head. He just punches him like without even looking or without even looking behind. It's like, he's pretty much a god. Like what Will said, he's pretty much a god.
Like inside his sense, he's like, oh, this guy is gone, and there's like no way for me to track him. Good thing my bat helmet has like an alcohol sensor, and I know everyone here are just drunkards, and I can just follow his O2 or whatever in the air with my different senses and stuff. And I'm like, it's like a mechanic where
or do it in the tank, do it in your bat tank.
But I mean, like, what the DC EU needs to do, like, kind of how Marvel did Iron Man, like after like Avengers 1, like he started like working on his armors because like he finally took like villains seriously after that.
Mhm.
Like yeah, so they need to build up why he's like that. Like just build up, and it would need multiple movies, not just one. So
Like this is
that's their
like
fault.
this is why I was actually going to say this. It's like I know it's going to be like very gruesome, and it's going to probably give the movie a rated R, but show us Robin's death scene. It doesn't matter how gruesome it is. It doesn't matter how it's done. Just show us the death of Robin because it's already established that Robin died, aka Jason Todd. Like it's already established that Robin died in the DCEU, and that's why Batman is so grumpy and shit because he's like he quit because Robin died at the hands of the Joker, and like
Mhm.
this also proves that like Suicide Squad is like probably like before like Batman versus Superman because like I've heard this somewhere. I've actually read this somewhere. Apparently, after Joker killed Robin, Harley started being a lot more distant again, like towards the Joker. She was like, "Whoa, man, that's going a little
I know
bit
what
too
you're talking
far."
about. I know this story you're talking about. Yeah,
It's
I
like,
think it's
well,
called White Knight. White Knight something.
it's like
Batman
she
White Knight. Yeah.
wasn't. It's like she wasn't really comfortable with Joker or even her killing a Robin. She's not comfortable with that, so she decided to just distance herself from the Joker. However, as we see in Suicide Squad, she is all about the Joker.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, I like
So
how in that story there are like two Harleys. Like there's one like OG Harley, which is like the actual cool one, and then there's this new punk girl that shops at Hot Topic type of I mean Harley Quinn.
Oh man. Well, at least there's two versions.
Yeah. That was like an alternate universe story. So it's like, I mean, I hope it's true for the main concept.
maybe that's one of the shops that she went into in that one episode of the animated series, Harley's Holiday.
Yeah.
So, have you guys
Yes.
heard about James Gunn and Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, it's like the situation happened like God knows how long ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like why is now Marvel like doing something about this? I mean, obviously you could just like honestly, you could tell me this. It's like, well, Marvel didn't know about it, and of course, like Marvel of course like, they can do something now, and like I get that, but like, it still happened a while. I mean, you could tell me this. He probably still has those views, but then again, probably not. But it's kind of stupid doing something about it now and not then. But of course,
Yeah.
like as I said, someone could just tell me, well, Marvel probably just didn't know about it. I'm sorry, that's on Marvel, not on him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe
I
what I
agree.
just said is gonna. I believe what I just said is gonna cause some major fire, like major firestorms in the fucking comments. I guess.
Okay. Any thoughts though, or
I mean, I kind of said in the Hangouts yesterday, it was like you can't really be an edgelord and like also rep Disney. So I mean, I don't
Yeah.
really. I mean, mainly I'm neutral on these kinds of things, so I can't really add anything other than he was being edgy and Marvel was being too PC, I guess. But,
yeah?
Like, like
My whole
ignorant or
thoughts
something.
on it. Oh, continue. You saying some Sky or?
No, I was just saying like maybe maybe the word like Will's looking for is ignorant or something.
yeah.
But my whole thing with like Marvel is like they can be wrong. Marvel and Disney can be wrong, but like their status is like gold. If anything will like ruin their status, they will end you. Like you're terminated. You're done. It's kind of like the Nintendo ninjas. So
yeah, I'm kind of scared of like Disney and stuff in that sense.
yeah. So like if you do one thing wrong, you're done.
That's why I
definitely, 'cause,
always. That's why I always wonder why like Tom Holland always gets off the hook. Like every time he's still spoiling stuff. Like I'm pretty sure he spoiled something last week, and like nothing has happened to him. Like eventually he's gonna disappear off the face of the earth.
Pretty much.
I think the reason why Tom Holland is not being fired or something is because I think Disney's actually like, okay, it could be two things. One, because Tom Holland is one of Disney and slash Marvel's golden boys, where like if it has Tom Holland, everyone's gonna see it. Because let's be for real, like Tom Hiddleston, if you like, if like according to the fans, if anything happens to Tom Holland or Tom Hiddleston, then like they just gotta make sure that their precious boy is okay or something like that. You know those fangirls on Marvel and stuff.
Yeah. My only like problem with like what he said is the fact that like, hold on, let me think. Like, since Disney cut him off, will Guardians of the Galaxy 3 be worth watching? Because like 1 and 2 were like god tier, or like really good writing, in my opinion. So like, how is Guardians of the 3?
He may have been your father, but he wasn't your daddy.
Man. It was written pretty well. So like the only problem is like Disney's like, oh yeah, we've protected our status, but then they could lose like potentially like 600 million to like 800. Like, I don't know, they'll lose like, well, people will see it regardless, but it probably won't do as well. That's my point.
Yeah.
If it's not written as well, it depends on who's directing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and like that's another thing about like Disney and stuff. Like maybe like the second reason why I think nothing has happened to Tom Holland is like maybe it's because Disney is like making Disney or Marvel is like making him do this like just to make a meme out of it.
Oh, just like leaking stuff on purpose, just like, because yeah, some companies
like
do
on
that.
purpose, like
I
sir,
know.
like just for a meme.
I know at one point they said he did it on behalf of Marvel, but then like he came back like 3 days later and that actually did a leak.
Man, because I was hearing, Kevin Feige said nothing about the Phase 4 movies will be announced until Infinity War Part 2, Tom Holland leaks title. Man.
Yeah, that's what I think, because they know about the meme and stuff. And they actually like joke with each other about stuff like that. So it's like at Marvel, it's almost like a family over there, but then like DC, it's like DC is just less than it's just not.
It's like the angry office videos from Brandon Rogers. Has anyone here seen those?
I have.
If you ever get the chance to,
I've seen those videos.
If you ever get the chance to, I suggest checking him out. It's pretty good. Basically, over there at Marvel, everyone's like a family, And everyone sets Tom up, everyone just sets Tom up, and then they're all like, "Oh yeah, do this. It'll be a funny laugh. We're just gonna keep on making fun for it." Tom's like, "Okay, I'll do it, man," and he just spoils the fucking title. But over there at DC, it's like, "Fuck you, Henry. I'm not going to your fucking baby shower." They don't. It's like they don't even care.
Yeah.
Okay, that was probably too harsh, but whatever.
But I feel like James Gunn kind of like got kicked off because like he doesn't like really act. Like, I kind of feel like the Marvel's valuing like the actors like more, because like you don't really see the director unless you're a hardcore fan. So like the actor, like, it's like you can't get rid of like Thor because like he's iconic. You have to like reinvent the character somehow, like a different version.
Yeah, you can't really get rid of Chris or.
Yeah. If they got rid of Robert Downey Jr. like for Infinity War Part 2, then I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna be mad and they're probably not even gonna see it.
Yeah, exactly. So like he has like an immunity, I guess. But I think Marvel just like probably just like, oh, you want to leak this, and he's like, sure, why not?
Yeah,
probably something like that. All right. Anything else you guys want to like talk about? Any other topics? Because like they had the new Dragon Ball Super movie, and fanboys were getting triggered about that.
I think we have one thing to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Will probably knows what this abomination is. Edgy Titans.
What is
aka
that?
Titans. The new Titans show, the trailer, it came out.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you're talking about.
That
That
terrible, that terrible abomination.
F Batman.
Fuck Batman.
Oh man.
Like,
Oh yeah, I will send
honestly,
a little
has no
meme.
like, honestly, like Will already knows the joke that I made in my tweet, but like, I mean, that is not like that. Just sounds like reboot Dante from the DMC reboot.
Pretty much. It's just as bad. But
Yeah, like
it
a
was
lot
just,
like
hold on, let me send you a meme.
there's this one scene, like there's this one YouTuber that I watch. His name is like Nightwing01. I'm not sure if any of you heard of him, but he does let's plays, he reviews, he writes some stuff sometimes. He's a pretty good YouTuber. But he he got one of his like he got this one person from WB, I think. I can't really remember right now, but like one person at WB told him that Robin does not kill people. He simply just shoots above their heads, and that to scare them, like in the Arkham games, because apparently Batman shot over their heads to scare them. Like, I, I, I don't know. And then Robin is stepping on a person's jaw, not his neck, and he is stabbing someone in the collarbone, not the neck. I can definitely debunk all of those statements. Robin is definitely stepping on someone's neck. Robin is definitely stabbing a person in the neck. And of course, he is definitely shooting four guys.
I don't know. I guess they just want to make it more mature, but then they would be like, "Oh, he's superheroes don't kill anybody." They
There's a,
forgot.
but there's a definite problem with this. Now, as a big Nightwing fan, I guess I'm gonna have to tell this. Like, yes, Dick Grayson does have a temper. He does. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, he's all fun and games. He's all lol XD. No, he definitely does have a fucking temper.
Mm.
He does get mad at Batman. Like, I mean, what character doesn't get mad at Batman? But like, the problem with this is that he seems too mad at Batman. Like, it's on a Damian Wayne or Jason Todd level of anger. Like, I mean, this like honestly, the Robin / Dick Grayson in this trailer is not Dick Grayson. It's just either Damian Wayne or Jason Todd, because you know he shot the guns and stuff. This is basically like, this is Jason Todd but wearing the skin and backstory of Dick Grayson.
I don't even think it's Damian Wayne. I don't think he's that hardcore. I know
Jason.
Killing either though.
Oh man.
Yeah, Jason's more famous for using like bang bangs, bang bang, pull my devil trigger, and all that jazz. Like, I say that too much. I really need to stop saying that, but whatever.
I feel like Robin is the best part of the trailer, which is like I didn't really like Robin, so
yeah, it's disappointing.
it's
like,
sad that that's the best part.
Honestly, the part that I hate the most in the trailer is my favorite part of the trailer. And of course, don't even get me started on Beast Boy. The CGI on him looks bad. I'm just gonna say that it looks bad.
Starfire, let's not even
Starfire. Like, DC fucking lied when they said that was just her on break. That is her real freaking costume.
I didn't believe it.
That is not her on. That is not her on break. That's her real ass outfit, and it looks terrible. Like, I don't like. A lot of people, like, I mean, I know a lot of people are going to say, is it because she's black or something like, or some stupid shit like that? No. You can make Starfire whatever. You can make Starfire whatever race you want. You can make her white. You can make her black. Whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, it like her hair looks like a bunch of curly fries dipped in ketchup. That's not my original joke. I heard that somewhere, and I just thought it was so funny. I just had to say it here. It's like, it's literally just curly fries dipped in ketchup.
You want to know something funny too? Starfire has like pink hair, and normally like I've only seen her have pink hair in like Teen Titans Go. So I'm like, question mark?
Well, technically she has like fiery colorish hair.
It's true.
Like TDG is just, you know, a bad reboot of Titans, but of course everybody knows that TDG is a bad reboot of Titans.
Yeah.
But like honestly, if I were to choose between watching the Teen Titans Go to the movies, that movie, or watch a single bit of this new Titan show, I would rather go see Teen Titans Go than watch this show.
Cause like, hold on, I'm gonna screen share this picture real quick because like, this is how the costume looks when she's not on fire. Hold on, and like, this just triggers me because I'm like, can you make her hair not like this is like pink right
Like
here if you can see it.
like I don't know, like even Raven herself is bad. Raven herself has a bad design too.
Yeah, just
Like
the whole personality I don't like. Like,
it's like yes, Raven is kind of scared of the fact that she has this big old power inside of her that could potentially kill all the ones that she loves, right?
mm-hmm.
So, my question: why would you go to a complete mortal character that has no idea how demons work? He has no idea how the magical powers of demon works. Why would she go to Dick Grayson first?
That's a
That's
really good point. I
that's
didn't
my
even think about that.
that's
I
my
didn't take it
question.
seriously enough.
Like, in fact, wait a minute, hold on. Didn't Robin say in the trailer? I could just be talking about like a completely different trailer. Like, didn't Robin say in the trailer that my mom always told me demons weren't real?
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, he
like
said
did
in
he
that
say that?
trailer. Uh-huh.
I can't remember right now.
Not
But if
even
he
sure.
did, if he did though, then like that's another reason why Raven should not go to Titan. Like that's the reason why Raven should not even trust Dick in the first place because he legit doesn't know how to help.
Raven is supposed to be like a dark character that's like kind of not like a scaredy cat. Like the personality is just ruined. Like even Teen Titans Go Raven has a more accurate personality than that Raven,
And she
which is
plays with
sad to
My
say.
Little Ponies. And she plays with ponies.
But I mean, like that Raven can at least like be like serious and dark at times. But this Raven, I'm like, what?
Like
Well, I can't really say that because I've only seen like a trailer. But to be fair,
the thing
I'm
about
just
this
glad
Raven is
it's
that
only on that little streaming thing they're trying to do.
yeah,
No
like
one has to see
there's
that monstrosity.
yeah. Like about the Raven character, it's like yeah, she does understand that she has this like this power inside of her that could potentially kill her friends and stuff. That's like but you know, she hides it behind her cold expressions. She hides it behind her cold personality. You know, like she hides that shit. Period. So like in this one they just made her a fucking pussy.
pretty much.
Like this one, they just made her like, I have this weird demon inside of me. Yeah, well,
I
that's your fault, not mine. Like Robin legit should have said, "That's your problem, not mine." If he's that edgy, that fits him.
I feel like they should like read like at least read like 100 Teen Titans comics and watch like the Teen Titans show, not including Go. And before they make a series, like just watch it all. Do your research. It's like, have you guys ever heard like why the Transformers shows are so bad, right? It was like they were talking about how they had like the conference room where like they would like study the old Transformers and Michael Bay would always be asleep. It's kind of like that. It's just disappointing.
Like, if they potentially, because like, apparently I've heard this, right? So Jason's going to be in this show, like Jason Todd, and he's going to be a killer, and Cassie Kane, like, or from what I heard, or Cassandra Kane, like whatever. I don't care anymore or whatever. I believe Wonder Girl's supposed to
Oh
show
my
up.
god. Oh my god. They're really gonna do Cassandra Kane like that. Oh well, you know, it's just gonna be awful, but you know.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I have no hope for it, and like I see dislike to like ratios on teen like every time when someone uploads a Titans trailer video, it's like I saw one where it's like 2.1k likes and 2k like or no 2k like 2.1k likes and 2k dislikes. It's like oh, it's so close.
Yeah. Like you're only gonna like it if you've never ever seen Teen Titans before. That's the only way you're gonna like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Or I mean, if you're just another one of those, CW purists who think that CW and stuff like that can do no wrong, like I guess, and I call this a CW show because that's legit what it is. This is legit a CW show.
Oh yeah,
Think
I
like
see. Oh,
it has dark and edgy writing. It has dark and edgy atmosphere. It has dark and edgy characters, and of course, the most important thing of all, bad writing.
I'm looking at the like to dislike, and it's 48K to 38K, which 38K is a dislike. So I'm like, dang.
I can see what they're going for with Dick Grayson. Like if by the end of the season he's Nightwing, then I could see what they were shooting for right there.
Yeah.
In a weird way, like I could see what they were going for. Because like
But
when
here's
he
the thing
becomes
that's really gonna piss
Nightwing, he's like done with Batman. He's like, oop, yep, no, Robin's gotta fly away from the cave when they're ready. So, putting it lightly right there, but yeah.
Now, like I would be genuinely pissed off, to be honest. Well, not really pissed off because I'm not like I prefer Marvel over DC obviously, so I'm not gonna be like the most pissed off fanboy of Nightwing. But like I am a fan of Nightwing, and like as we all know, the way that he left Batman, like the one that everyone pulls up is the animated series where Robin legit just punches Batman, takes off his mask, his cape, his belt, or I think his belt, well whatever. Like he would just punches Batman, just leaves, and just becomes Nightwing on his own. It's
No,
like,
not the utility belt. That's useful.
No, that's when Batman was actually he actually had a thing with Barbara Gordon. But yeah, I remember that.
Oh, okay. I see
well,
where that
I,
makes sense now.
I think it was actually because I don't think I don't think Batman ever told Dick that like Barbara was Batgirl, and I think he found out, so he just confronted them about it.
Really?
I think it's like I think it I like because it's either two ways. It's either two ways that Dick stopped talking to Bruce. It's either in Batman Beyond 2.0 where of course he found out where that Bruce, and Barbara did it, and Barb has his baby and she lost it thanks to a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And or it's the fact that he kept the secret from him that Barbara was Batgirl and Dick was being the overprotective boyfriend, said it's too dangerous. Yeah, but I don't know. But
Yeah, it's weird.
main thing is that in this Titan show, if they make it to where Robin turns out to be Nightwing at the end of season 1, and he goes to the Batcave and he confronts Batman, and then he's like, "Yo, fuck you, Batman! I'm gonna be my own fucking thing. I'm gonna be a hero you never were." I'm gonna be like, "Okay, fucking Jason Todd, whatever."
Yeah,
Like,
I could see what they were going for because it was like, oh yeah, okay, this is him. He's becoming edgy. Bruce Wayne is old and now he's an adult, so we're gonna get him to become Nightwing. I could see what they were going for. It's just awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
like when I first saw this trailer, I was like, "DCEU, is that you?"
I don't think it's that bad, but I mean,
Oh,
I don't
I
think.
think.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think the DC EU is that bad. To
Oh,
be fair,
I
to be fair
I
to
have
the
different.
DCEU.
Yeah,
I have different opinions. I think they're both
Because
bad.
at least like Wonder Woman, like
yeah, they got Wonder Woman and potentially Shazam.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll just figure.
They potentially have Aquaman too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, Titans trailer. I don't think anyone here likes it.
Nah,
I
I like
would,
the before and after. I watched it, but that's about it.
I will. No, never mind.
Hmm?
I said never mind.
Okay.
Well, I like how this entire discussion about the Titans trailer has just been about Robin and not about like okay, actually, well, the most of it's been about Robin. Like we're not even discussing the problems with people. Okay, I keep on stopping myself there. We talked about Raven and like Robin, but those are the two that have like the most problems. Beast Boy and Starfire are just like they have bad looks. That's really all I can say.
Yeah. If they get the characterization right, it could be okay, but I don't know how I'm worried about how they're gonna do Starfire And actually, I'm worried about Starfire and Beast Boy. To be honest,
Starfire's outfit looks like she just walked out of a Hot Topic mixed with Spencer's, mixed with Navy or like Macy's. My bad.
man,
And
that's not the most offensive thing I've heard on the internet about it.
like
Uh,
she
Well, she
literally,
looks like
she
she just
literally,
shopped at J.C. Penney because she has that little fur thing. She got her-
yeah.
What is that? Jesus Christ! Like,
and if they make her personality all like, oh my god, like can you all please just shut up? I'm gonna be like, ugh, fucking kill myself.
like in the contacts and the.
I hope they get Beast Boy right, though, because man,
If they get him to where he's nothing but just obnoxious, being like, lol lol, I'm just a funny guy.
Yeah, Beast Boy is probably gonna be the guy that does the weird Fortnite dances like Shazam. Out of all of them, probably.
He's gonna do Orange Justice every single episode.
God dang.
He's
If they do that, I will sue them.
in the middle of. He's gonna do it, and like then the next time he does the little weird arm flinging thing, he's gonna turn into a bear. Then he's gonna like turn into a kangaroo to do it. This is gonna be weird. I know they're gonna do something like that though.
Are they gonna do that?
He's like, now I'm a bear. Now I'm a kangaroo. Now I'm a jaguar or something. I don't know. This is weird.
Get the joke? I'm turning into different animals, but I'm also blending in with human society kids.
Beast Boy is like he's kind of like a nerd, but not like what you consider like a modern like 5-year-old kind of like nerd, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
The thing about Beast Boy is that I hate the fact that people portray him as like this dumb idiot who just does nothing but just laugh and make jokes all day. Because like Beast Boy can be a serious character, he really can.
yeah,
But like like I'm not really the biggest fan of Beast Boy, so I can't really say for myself that like I know everything about his character. But like I know that somewhere in his lore, Beast Boy is a serious ass character. He's just like maybe he's just hiding his maybe he's just hiding everything behind his jokative attitude. I don't know, but like
yeah,
there's just something about nowadays where everyone just portrays Beast Boy as like this stupid character that like all he cares about is like playing video games and eating tofu and eating all this stuff. It's like no, please. God,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I think now that because they only called it Titans, right? I think they're going for
Yeah.
Titans style because in Titans they're all actually matured adults and stuff. I think it's weird that they're skipping Teen Titans, but whatever. They're probably gonna, and that kind of scares me. Actually, I don't think it's weird. That kind of scares me because that means they're probably gonna do Damian Wayne and Superman's son,
Superboy,
Jonathan Kent. Yeah.
well,
So that kind of scares me.
they've had a nice run. They're gonna kill the characters, basically their reputation, if they keep going.
Yeah.
they're basically just gonna like beg everyone just to say press F to pay respects. They're basically just gonna beg everybody just to say that.
Awful. I'm glad that overall, I think for DC, this Comic Con was actually really good. Like overall, that Titans was awful, but like pretty much everything else they showed was like good. Like
Yeah.
Young Justice, like I thought that looked great. What
Of
else?
course, with like Marvel, is there really anything to talk about with Marvel wise?
Iron Fist is getting another season, which is questionable, but
Oh, Iron Fist.
Yeah, that's actually ironic. This was one of DC's best, and now Marvel's showing something that's considered one of their worst. So it's like,
yeah, true.
Like,
It's like they could do better. Hopefully they fix
honestly,
the
to
character.
this day, it's like honestly, I would have preferred to see a Daredevil season 3.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
Because now, even now, Daredevil is still my favorite show. Consider Marvel wise, like the live action Marvel wise. Like, honestly, here's my opinion on every single show. Daredevil is honestly the best. It has good writing, good characters. Like, it's good. Jessica Jones. All right, it's all right. It's okay. The writing is okay. The characters are also okay. It's all in all an okay show. I would watch it, but I wouldn't recommend it like I do to Dare like when I do a Daredevil. Luke Cage is well, it's Luke Cage.
Luke Cage is
Watch it.
on the level. I don't know. I can't say, but it's
I think
the
It's on
best
the
I've
level.
seen so far.
I think Luke
It's
Cage is
honestly on the
really good.
level of it's honestly on the level of Jessica Jones, where it's like, yeah, I'd say watch it, but I wouldn't like religiously watch it like watch Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like, and of course Iron Fist, as we all said, sucks.
Yeah, there.
I've,
No. I mean, Luke Cage season 2 was like gold to me. Like that was
yeah,
pretty good.
I'm actually finishing that one up now. It's really good.
Yeah.
Some of the actors have like sort of weak performances. Like I think dang, I forgot her name that fast. Misty Knight is really good. Like I like her actress, but
Yeah.
the lady that owns the actual bar, I think she has an overall weak performance. But
The flower organic shop girl, is that who you're talking about? Or?
organic shop. No, we're talking about the she's a politician.
Oh, Mariah.
Yeah, Mariah.
Oh, okay,
Mariah Stokes. Yeah, forgot her name for a minute.
Yeah,
I think when Daredevil they did Kingpin, they did Punisher and Elektra in season 2 and like made them all really good. I think that just confirms, like, I think Daredevil's like the best show on Netflix, especially season 2.
I haven't seen season 2 yet, but I'm
Like,
going to
my
binge
favorite-
watch Daredevil.
My
Yeah,
favorite
Punisher.
scene, like my favorite scene out of Daredevil, like the entire show of Daredevil, is the scene in the jail. Is the scene like where Matt Murdock and like Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin, right? They're in jail. Well, I guess Matt is like telling him it's like, if you ever do like stuff like this again, then you'll never see the one you love ever again. And then he gets so fucking mad, he starts slamming his head into the table. Like, oh, that was just a good scene.
I like when never mind. Titus hasn't seen it yet, so I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, okay, I don't mind spoilers, but yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
Let's see.
overall,
Oh yeah,
I
Mickey. My bad. Continue.
it's all right. Overall, the main thing that I really would have wanted to see from Marvel, this the Comic-Con shit. Honestly, Daredevil season 3. I honestly don't know what they would do for Daredevil season 3. From what I remember, I really can't think of anything else they really could do. But I guess focus on more Daredevil villains. I really need to look at my Daredevil villains.
I wanted an Infinity War or an Infinity whatever they're doing, Avengers 4 official teaser, but
I want to see
like not like a trailer.
Bullseye, right?
Hmm?
I want to see them do Bullseye right in Daredevil.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, like instead of like the Daredevil movie from like 2003.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that version. That was awful. I'm pretty
Like,
sure. I'm pretty sure that guy did all of his like he was like a last minute addition to the movie, so all of his stuff was just destined to be terrible.
It's like, see, my forehead has a bullseye. You get it? Because my name is Bullseye?
Rip.
Jesus Christ.
Creativity. But
But the hand.
Honestly, if there's like one thing that like I really like, honestly, like I believe we did have like some leaks, or they could have just been like edited pictures or something of like the Avengers like new outfits for Avengers 4. I don't know if any of you have seen those. Like,
oh yeah, that's
there's
real,
images
apparently.
like those are images, like there are images going around like with Thanos with his full armor on. He has a sword. He has the Infinity Gauntlet with all the gems in it.
I know what you're talking about. I'm about 80% sure that they're real, but because of Ant-Man, but
yeah, Captain America removed his beard. All of a sudden, Black Widow is back to being redheaded. all that jazz. It's like, to be honest, I kind of liked Captain America's like design in Infinity War. I know a lot of people I don't know why, man. I just love the beard. I don't
That
know
full
what else you
suit,
can say.
that full suit Hulk, I'm pretty sure is Professor Hulk or Perfect Hulk or he's a
I
Hulk
hope it's
that-
Professor Hulk.
because when I'm pretty sure someone asked either I think it was Joe Russo, and they were like, "Why? Like, was Hulk scared?" He was like, "Hulk wasn't scared. He just is tired of helping Bruce Banner. Like, he's just tired of helping him." And he's like, and like he does it in the most wink sort of a way. He's like, him and Hulk are gonna have to get along to beat Thanos. So I was like, that's literally talking about Perfect Hulk or like Professor Hulk. I think, anyways.
Hold on, I have the picture right here. Give me a sec.
But like
But
a lot, like this one theory was going around, like the reason why Hulk was just being a big baby throughout like Infinity War or something like that. Like apparently like this one guy went way back to like the first Avengers movie where like Bruce Banner says he's always angry, and then they're like, oh, this could be like reminiscent to his past because he had an abusive past because of his father, and like when Thanos had a beat down on him, it reminded Hulk of his father. It's like, wait a minute, like Thanos just punched the guy a bit. Thanos just punched him. It's like
Yeah,
you guys remember that? Like, do you guys remember that big giant demon lord monster in Thor Ragnarok?
Surtur.
Yeah, like honestly, if you think about it, that should have been the case for Abomination because Abomination punched Hulk around.
Yeah.
Like, Abomination really did, punch Hulk around like a little bitch. So like, in a way, Hulk should have been scared from the very beginning.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Like,
and they were
that-
saying Hulk
like that-
wasn't scared, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's not. The director said he just is tired of helping Bruce.
It honestly fits Hulk, to be honest, because in Hulk and Thor Ragnarok, he was his own man. He was like, "Oh yeah, you fucking retarded. I ain't going to help you," or whatever.
Yeah. I think that's like the perfect setup because the director said it is like he has to get along with Hulk in order to become like Hulk again, and he's Hulk again in Infinity War 2. So I'm like, if they're getting along and they're sharing a consciousness in this Hulk, it just makes sense because like in Ragnarok, it was like established that Hulk has feelings and stuff, other than anger, obviously. But
Yeah.
Like we saw
has
Hulk when he
feelings.
was calm. Like we saw him when he was calm. Like, he had the ability to befriend Thor. Like normally Hulk would just yell at the guy, but no, Hulk like legit,
he was like, "Yeah, I feel like you're a bad friend," or "I feel like this, I feel like that," and he's like, "Where's the Quinjet?" And he gets up out of the tub and points to it, very calm.
Yeah.
If Hulk was just nothing but anger, he would have picked up Thor and threw him through the window.
I'm gonna ask before I say anything else. Have you seen Ant-Man yet, Lil?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay, I can't continue then because me and Scott have seen spoilers, but I can't say anything. But
Honestly, here's the thing about Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like,
no
here.
spoilers.
No spoilers
Okay.
here. Like, I don't really want to watch the movie. I don't want to be honest, because like I don't know, it's just something about me where it's like, like we just gone through Infinity War, so it's like, I'm kind of gonna take a break from Marvel a bit. I mean, eventually I'll see Ant-Man and the Wasp because like I never seen the original Ant-Man. I never seen that movie. I do know what happens though. I
There
do
are a
know what
lot of people
happens.
that say that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people say, "Well, I never watched the first one." And like, oh, wow,
The first one is a
However-
really good movie. It's underrated.
yeah.
I never officially watched the first one in like theaters because every time when I ask my family, they're all like, "Ant-Man? That sounds stupid."
Mm.
It's like, well, then again,
Man.
we go to see a movie about a guy named Doctor Strange. His name is Stephen Strange. He uses mystical powers from another dimension.
All I have to say.
And you pick a guy who can shrink and just call himself Ant-Man is weird.
That's fair, to be honest. My theory about Ant-Man and the Wasp was actually in Avengers 4 is like actually true, and I was legitimately surprised because I pretty much figured out or I think I figured out what's gonna happen before Marvel does like a whole Kingdom Hearts 3. No, you thought this was gonna happen? No, you're wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did that a lot in Infinity War.
Yeah,
I honestly don't know what the hell they're going to do for like Iron Man and Captain America and all that. Like,
supposedly their relationship is not gonna be really good, but yeah.
I really don't see how it can't be good. I mean, I understand the, Civil War, the claims, the Registration Act, but
Yeah, that's
if you
too
remember
long gone.
if you
I
remember in
think
the end of not Infinity War, Civil War, if you remember at the end of Civil War, Captain America says, "If you ever need me, let me
yeah,
know. I'll
that's what I
be
was.
there." Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like Captain America instantly got over it. he's like I had to do what I have to do, but like I'm still your friend. It's like Iron Man's
yeah,
kind of just
Iron
being a
Man,
baby. Even like
yeah,
I'm
he's
pretty sure Bruce
butthurt.
Banner said it, he was like the world is like probably gonna be split in half, so it doesn't really matter who you're not talking to. So I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
honestly, as you all know, Tony Stark / Iron Man is honestly my favorite superhero in the Marvel universe because he has a lot of conflict. He has a lot of like problems with himself. He has an alcohol problem. He has he treats himself like he's God and stuff. Like, honestly, a character like that would be, hated. Like, a lot of people would hate it, but you know, all that stuff bites him in the ass. Like, all that stuff bites him in the ass and stuff, and like he actually feels responsible for it half the time, and that's why I love him so much because
yeah,
he has a lot of problems, and he develops through that. He develops through that. He grows from that. It's you know at least good. But yeah, I can't deny Tony is definitely acting like a fucking baby if he still doesn't forgive Steve
Yeah,
just for breaking his friends out.
especially after
And
the end of Avengers for Civil War Part 2, whatever. I know a lot of people get offended when they call it Civil War Part 2. Not Civil War Part 2, Infinity War Part 2,
yeah,
whatever. They have to work together to beat Thanos. So it's like you can't just beat a god together with someone and just not talk to them ever again. That'd be weird
yeah.
if their relationship was still messed up after that.
That's what I was hearing.
honestly,
Captain America's gonna die or get injured, and Iron Man's gonna feel like really bad about it.
Oh, I hope
I
they
honestly,
both die.
I don't really see Iron Man not having a good relationship with Captain America in this one, and I have a reasoning for this. Like, actually, well, this theory is also popular too. Like, remember the scene in Infinity War where they almost got the Infinity Gauntlet off of Thanos, and Star-Lord just had to fuck it up. Now,
Yeah.
like, Tony was
I
yelling at him.
can't
He's
see.
Tony was yelling at him and was like, "No, don't do this. We almost got this thing off." It's like, in a way, I guess, the theory suggests that like Iron Man remembers what happened in Civil War, where he got too angry, he attacked Captain America, he attacked Bucky, he attacked all those guys, and now look what happened. They're now like gone, like they're the Avengers is disconnected because of that, I guess.
Yeah,
So it's honest, I kind of supported myself because that's good character development for Tony, to be honest, in my opinion.
I wonder
Gives
because
me
there
good
was a
reasons.
theory that was suggesting like everybody on Wakanda, everybody who was in Wakanda, basically since they had like took like the big L, I guess. They all just like gave up and like Iron Man and Ant-Man, I guess Hawkeye too would be the ones that'll have to like be like, oh, you guys gotta stop this, like stop sulking. That's what I heard. Which
I
would
got
be it would be an interesting
I,
theory.
a lot of people are saying that T'Challa's sister
Sure.
yeah, Sherry, a lot of people are saying that she's going to be the new Black Panther like she was in the comics. Like, honestly, I think it could work. However, I'm pretty sure as we all know from like the Black Panther movie, Killmonger pretty much oofs the entire like plans that you have to take to have Black Panther powers. So yeah, I mean, unless if they stored a
they're probably
second,
going to retcon it. They're probably going to retcon that.
or they're probably gonna reveal, oh, they had two of them, not just one. They took two, or something like that.
Or it could be a because that's what I thought they were gonna do. Like, I mean, it kind of just makes sense, but they're probably not gonna do it. But when Shuri becomes Black Panther, like she would probably rely more on her brains than T'Challa does. I mean, they're both really smart, but she's like a tad smarter. So
Yeah.
she would probably rely more on her engineering, tech, and strategic mind when being Black Panther. So she might not ever. She might not even. Yeah. She might not even need the plant. She might just make a suit. She might go full Tony Stark.
Yeah, Iron Panther.
Yeah.
Like, I can definitely see that happening because she did fight on her own in Black Panther, like the actual movie. She did fight on her own, and she actually managed pretty well. So,
I'm sorry. No, she didn't.
okay, I'm just trying to defend her. I'm trying to defend her here. Cut me some slack.
I'm sorry, Scott Love guy. I'm sorry, but like,
actually, no, it's fine.
Killmonger gave her that word.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually true.
She did not like. Why would she?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That was. She didn't do good. I mean, she did blast a couple of like fodder people to the side, but then like Killmonger walked up on her and she was like backing up with it. She was like, no. I didn't expect you.
Yeah. Now I remember. My bad.
Killmonger walked right up to her.
I somehow can't remember that. I fucked up on stream. Shit. We need to like record this entire thing all over again. Okay, no.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, I don't know, but like, okay, I honestly didn't remember that. I honestly can't remember that. I really can't. I know I may have a good memory, but I don't have a good memory for Black Panther, apparently. That was a big oof by me.
She was like, I prepared for literally everyone but you, so let me back up.
Oh man.
Hold on. I need to look this up. I need to look this up actually. I gotta watch this myself.
Yeah, she was not ready.
Okay, so hold on. I need to watch this myself. Black Panther. Shuri.
Oh, and more DC good news. Batman animated on Blu-ray October 16th. So like the entire series on a disc. So that's more good DC news.
Oh boy, it's only 55 seconds.
She's like, nope.
It's only 55 seconds. Let's see how wrong I was. Okay, come on. Okay, she's all doing okay right now. She's doing okay.
For like 5 seconds, probably.
She's just blasting at him. Nothing too severe. Oof T'Challa's girlfriend. Oof T'Challa's girlfriend. What are you doing, you fucking idiot? Don't walk towards him. Oh, you fucking idiot. I was wrong. I was incredibly wrong. Well, and T'Challa just had to come in.
Oh man,
that's great. Okay, well, yeah, I was, definitely wrong.
What? Wait, there's a Supergirl trailer? What? What is this? Hold on. Question mark?
My bad, guys.
Okay, for season 4. It's that. I thought they were making a new show. I'm like, this is meh.
Okay. Now that I think about it, honestly, guys, Shuri needs the plant. She needs the plant. I'm telling you guys right now. She needs the plant. I can't believe I legit said that she would do well on her own.
I mean, well, she had like a nanotech Iron Man armor. She would be okay.
Yeah, I think she should probably do that more. I
The
think that would
Mark
actually be
50
cooler.
Yeah, the Mark 50 is OP as frick. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
like,
like the bleeding edge armor, I believe it's called. Yeah, the
Yeah.
bleeding edge armor.
I heard it's after Model Prime actually, but I don't know for whatever reason.
Honestly, if Tony replaces that suit, I'm gonna be legit surprised because that armor is like it's literally the most perfect armor he has.
Yeah, I mean, unless he makes an extremist in the MCU, which would be actually interesting.
But you could technically argue that the Mark 40 the Mark 42 was it? The one like the main suit in Iron Man 3, the Mark 42?
Yeah,
Like a lot of people like I guess you could argue that that's the extremis suit of the Marvel Cinematic Universe because you know like Tony did like inject himself with extremis in that movie. Like that's the reason why
yeah.
he can call his suit from anywhere and like attach onto his like body and stuff.
Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, I kind of want to see them do like a raw superior Iron Man sort of like story. I kind of want that whole series to be turned into like it doesn't even have to be MCU because like in that story
Yeah.
he went like full DC character overpowered levels. So it's like literally became like God. Like I'm pretty like I mean like literally like feats of God. Like when Daredevil like confronts him, he's like, "I'm gonna stop you, Tony." He's like, "Nope, no, you're not." And then like he repairs his vision on the spot. So it's like, what?
Wait, he gave Daredevil back his vision?
Yeah, like Daredevil was
no.
like, Daredevil was like, "I'm gonna stop you." He's like, "Nope, no, you're not." And then like Daredevil jumps at him, and then he shoots lightning at his face, and then he's like, "What? I can see." It's
What
so
the
funny.
hell?
Look, read it.
So you're telling me that
read
a single bolt
Superior
of
Iron Man.
lightning. So you're telling me that a single bolt of lightning is enough to give Daredevil his sight back?
I want Superior Iron Man movie.
Oh man.
Here's my question.
Iron Man is better
You
than
guys,
the
like,
Infinity Stones confirmed.
there's something interesting that I found out about Iron Man. Like, you know, like the new Invincible Iron Man suit nowadays that they use for the comics nowadays, like for like the new Invincible Iron Man. Like, apparently that's the suit after the Mark 50, aka the Bleeding Edge. So it's like Tony gets rid of that suit and wears this suit that looks incredibly less cool and probably doesn't have the cool features that the Bleeding Edge does because for some reason.
What color is the suit? What color is the suit?
It's the same red and gold.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about there.
Oh yeah, Superior Iron Man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the issue where he gives Daredevil his sight back
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at
because
it.
he's evil, right? And like he's talking to I forgot which AI it was. I think it was Pepper AI. I think it was
Veronica,
Veronica, probably Veronica. I think that he's doing Veronica right now in the comics actually. So I'm gonna say that for safety issues. Yeah, he's like, okay, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna make money off all these people. Then like Matt Murdock's is just listening. He's like, no, you're not. I'm gonna stop you. Then he like and then the next scene is like Tony is like in his office or whatever, and they're like, oh, someone's here to see you. He's like, okay, and then he's like, Tony, I'm gonna stop you. And then he's like, no, you're not. Then then it happens.
Oh man, I'm done. That's insane.
I have to read this now. I have to read this. You thought the Bleeding Edge
crazy,
was OP?
man.
Nah, man. You thought the Bleeding Edge was OP?
That armor, the only caveat is that he used like symbiote. The Venom movie has me reconsidering how to say it, even though symbiote is the right way. They call it symbiote in the trailer. I'm trying to correct my brain.
That makes me cringe. It honestly makes me cringe.
But yeah, that was but yeah, he can like with his mind alone, he can control his armor.
That's sweet right there.
He was way too overpowered, and then no one beat him. Like Daredevil obviously didn't beat him because with his eyesight, ironically, Daredevil is useless.
Wow.
Like nothing stopped him. And then Secret Wars came, and then okay. Old Steve Rogers, because there was a point where Captain America lost his healing factor because there was a villain that could take away healing factors, and Steve Rogers was like really old and decrepit. But like right before Secret Wars, he showed up and beat the tar out of Superior Iron Man, and it was so glorious. Just imagine like a 90. Well, how old was he? He was like 90 something,
like 95 maybe.
He's like 95 or whatever at
Like
that point.
I did hear in like Winter Soldier that he was 95, but then again, like that's the cinematic universe, not the Marvel, like not the comic universe. But I'm just saying
Might
he
have been over 100. I don't know.
maybe.
But like this old looking Captain America has on this suit, and he's just whooping Iron Man like Dark Knight Return style, and he like. Because he's like giving a monologue to him. He's like, you know what? You're not a real man and stuff. It was so awesome. Like right before Secret Wars was like the best Marvel. And during Secret Wars too. Secret Wars was really good. But like, oh my God. The best like Marvel stuff came out of like Superior Iron Man. Like, it's just crazy.
Okay, I will admit, like, I honestly hate it when like Tony thinks that he is God and he can do anything because like he's not like he can't do everything correctly, and like I think that's like one thing that the cinematic universe gets right about Tony is that like obviously Tony admits that he has flaws, like in Spider-Man Homecoming when of course he was like he took Peter's suit away, he's like and if you die I feel like that's on me and I don't need that on my agenda.
Yeah.
Well,
So
right.
like Tony does have
Yeah. In hindsight, that is a sad scene.
Yeah.
like I understand why Tony feels like that. Like you understand why he feels like that. Like he just wants Peter to be safe. I mean, of course he's a fucking dick when he says it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I like this is why I honestly say it's like, oh, I want to get into Iron Man. How do I like what do I do? Like what do I read? What do I watch to get into Iron Man? I would say either watch Iron Man, watch Iron Man, obviously. Watch 1 through 3, watch the Marvel Cinematic Universe in general, and of course probably watch that 90s cartoon because that was actually pretty good too.
True.
And of course, I guess also watch that one cartoon where Tony was a teenager.
I heard International Iron Man is actually that's questionable right there, but International Iron Man is actually pretty good. I heard.
Yeah,
of course, I would also recommend the classic Iron Man comics and of course stuff like nowadays Marvel. It's like, no, I honestly wouldn't recommend it.
Oh yeah, Marvel's kind of questionable in 2018.
It is, to be honest.
Yeah, and when you start Iron Man, don't expect Robert Downey Jr. Like he's kind of still a dickhead in the comics, so it's like you probably shouldn't expect Robert Downey levels of like characterization. So
kind of still a dick. He is a dick in the comics.
Yeah, he's still a dick. That's kind of like comics, and like the characters, in a sense, they have to stay static, or people are going to be like, "Well, that's not the Iron Man I know."
like to be honest, it's like this one comic. Like Tony just treated this entire situation like a joke, and like he raised his fist up at Doctor Strange to like give a fist pump or something. And he's like, beard bros. And it's like, Tony, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, he just makes a bunch of jokes.
It's like, Tony, what the fuck are you doing? Like in Infinity War, he didn't do that shit. He just leaned on the Cauldron of Cosmos. He just did that. That's basically the only jokative thing he ever did around Doctor Strange. Well,
embarrassing me in front of the wizard.
You're embarrassing me in front of the wizard.
Bruce, come on, you embarrassed me. Oh god, that was
he's from space. Well, he's from space, and he's here to collect a necklace from a wizard. Or steal.
Get lost, Squidward. That was the best part.
Yeah.
Squidward.
It means it's like you're trespassing on this planet and in this city.
It means get lost, Squidward.
I'm sorry, Earth is closed today. Man.
I'm sorry,
Earth
Earth
is
is closed today.
Today.
Oh man.
I swear, like this is why I love Iron Man, the movie Iron Man. It's like a lot
Yeah,
of people
Robert
call me a
Downey.
Marvel movie fag for like in the movies more than the comics. It's like
What?
like a lot of people call me a Marvel movie fag. It's like, oh, well, that's a pretty generic line. You like the movies more than the comics. It's like, dude, have you even read the fucking comics? They treat Iron Man like a joke.
Yeah. So yeah.
Hell,
And
they even treat Captain America like a joke in the comics.
yeah. Secret Empire was actually great, but like since then they haven't really done anything.
Of course, if there were some Iron Man villain, like, of course, if there were like villains and stuff like that, that I would love to see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, not just Iron Man villains in general, but like, um, okay, well, first one, it is like, it is one. Obviously, I would love to see like the Daredevil stuff. I would love to see Daredevil in the fucking movies, but I know it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like Thor Ragnarok was even like a stretch. Like I didn't even think they would do that much comedy in a Thor movie. Like
Yeah.
it's weird.
They made Thor likable. Holy shit!
Thor is just weird. Like he's like aggressive, and then like later he's just like this
Oh yeah.
I think
just
Today's been crazy. I lost my hammer. I lost my hammer, so that's them. And got a haircut, and now I'm here.
I think Marvel took like the criticism to like heart because you know the Thor movies, the first two at least, are considered like the worst Marvel movies, the worst MCU movies or whatever.
sure.
So like they're like, oh, these movies are boring. They don't have any comedy. They're way too serious. And then like they took that and made Ragnarok the opposite. Even though like Ragnarok, like Ragnarok, the actual comic storyline is like one of the most serious like Thor arcs, which is funny.
Yeah,
Because they made a completely non-serious movies. Like it's literally about the death of Asgard, and it's super gritty, but they made it funny somehow and added hope. Like they blended Planet Hope with it. I think they made something of a good Frankenstein thing.
Yeah.
Oh man. Shoot, I wonder what they're gonna do next because I heard that they want to do a Thor 4, but
You don't really see a Thor 4.
They're probably gonna retire Iron Man and like Captain America, and like for Thor, they're probably gonna retire Chris and just be like, oh, Thor hasn't shown up in the MCU because he's King Thor in Asgard now because that kind of has to. Yeah,
that would make sense. Right?
yeah. If Chris, by any chance, says, I'm tired of playing Thor, they could just use that excuse.
Sure.
Because in the comics, he was just out of commission for a while when he was King Thor and whatnot.
If they really wanted to explain where's Iron Man, where's Captain America, where's Thor after Avengers 4, they can basically just show the video of like, Reggie saying that he had like that's all the time he has and he's gonna go play Animal Crossing. He can basically just show it.
That's all the time.
I gotta go back to ruin my dead home on my Nintendo 3DS.
Or they can do the worst option and Jane Foster Thor question.
I can imagine Kevin Feige doing that. Like someone be like, okay, so where's Robert Downey Jr.? Okay, that's all.
Titus, I gotta ask you a question. Will you give Will or me, like for basically both of us, the privilege of making that moment right there a highlight or something?
Yeah, I'll send you the video.
Thank you, you good man. You're a good man.
All right.
I've got to get back to playing Infinity War. I've got to get back to destroying half the Marvel cast with my Infinity Gauntlet.
Okay, that's all the time I got. I gotta go back to being ashes on my Nintendo 3DS.
Man, I'm done. If they did that, like, so about Iron Man and Captain America. Well, you see, man.
I can see them doing. I kind of want them to make Bucky Captain America, and then like Bucky getting tired of it, then giving it to Sam. Like I want to see both of them as Captain America.
That would be
Yeah.
sweet
Like,
right there.
honestly, like when I first saw Bucky, like turn into
Oh,
Ash, I was like, oh, okay, well, I,
eh,
I guess Sam's gonna be Cap,
they
and then when Sam turned to Ash, I was like, okay, I guess Steve is gonna be Captain America still.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
One thing I like with Marvel right now, at least comics wise, because everything else they kind of like screwed up. Whatever. I like how they're doing the like that's like a big criticism with them. Like DC does like legacy characters. Like a million people can be the Flash at the same time. Like a million people can be well maybe not in Batman's case, like because one person at a time can be a Batman, but like a million people are Green Lanterns. Like Earth has like 5 Green Lanterns. There, one character can be like the same superhero. So I like that Marvel is trying to do that too, because there are like I don't know how many Wolverines at this point, and there are like how many Captain Americas at this point. But whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they're trying to do the legacy thing DC does.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
Because like with Flash, you get like a different take on what the actual superhero means to them. So like for Wally West, it means like on one end it means like tragedy, but on the other end it's like a great outlet for him. But like to Barry Allen, it's like it's just me in a suit. I would do this stuff if I was not in the suit. It's just you just get a different, perspective on what the superhero means to people.
Yeah.
That's good.
yeah.
Mm-mm. All right. Any other topics, or you guys want to end it right here?
No, I don't really
know any
topics.
Or what you say, Lil? It kind of went out.
But yeah, all around good for DC this year, I think.
Yeah.
It's good.
Marvel is good on the movie side. That's about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah. All right, I'm gonna end it. Hold on, let me just make it. So okay.
And
So this,
one thing about this stream, one thing about this entire podcast or whatever you want to call it, that everyone should know, is that I'm an idiot about saying that Shuri can win a fight between anybody. I'm an idiot for saying that. I need to go to school again. Yeah. I need to go to Marvel school. I need to sit down.
Well, at least you admitted it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Tao. Like, if Tao was here, he'd be. If Tao or Darius were here, he would be like, no. Well, you see, my point still stands because of that. Like, but I'm just taking the L here. I'm taking the L.
So yeah, that's all. This has been I'm gonna call it the Whisky Tundra right now. I might change the name, but this has been a podcast with Skyloft Guy and Lil Will. We might do this again every once in a while, or just like you might see it like every year or so. So just don't expect any consistency. And I'm signing out. I will put a link to their channel in the descriptions. So yeah.